Good day, everyone. So, today our topic of presentation is mental health challenges among youth. So, we'll be discussing the impact of the mental health challenges on youth's well being. So, why youth's mental health matters and key definitions and concepts we will be understanding in the next slide. Youth mental health is a critical global public health priority because adolescence and early adulthood represent a transformative stage in life. During this period, individuals experience rapid physical, emotional, and social challenges that shape their future well being. When mental health disorders such as anxiety, depression, or stress related conditions disrupt this development, the consequences can be long lasting, affecting educational attainment, career prospects, and overall quality of life. Neglecting mental health among youth leads to systematic issues, including reduced productivity, increased unemployment, and social instability. For example, untreated depression can result in academic failure, which in turn limits job opportunities and perpetuates cycles of poverty. Further, mental health challenges often manifest in harmful coping mechanisms such as substance abuse or self harm, creating additional burdens on healthcare systems and families. Globally, organizations like World Health Organization have emphasized that mental health is not just an individual concern, but a societal one, as the youth population represents future workforce and leadership. Addressing these issues early can prevent economic losses and foster a healthier, more resilient generation. By prioritizing mental health, societies can ensure that young people thrive academically, socially, and emotionally, ultimately contributing to our national development and stability. So, understanding youth mental health begins with clarifying essential terms. Mental health refers to a state of well being where individuals realize their abilities, cope with the normal life stresses, and contribute productively to their communities. So, the definition underscores that mental health is not merely the absence of illness, but a positive condition enabling resilience and functionality. So, youth, for the purpose of discussion, typically includes individuals aged 15 to 24, a demographic navigating critical transitions such as higher education, employment, and identity formation. Another important concept is prevalence, which measures the proportion of a population experiencing a specific condition at a given time. For instance, recent data shows anxiety and depression rates among youth have risen significantly in the past 5 years. Psychological stressors are external pressures that are negatively impacting mental well being, including academic competition, family instability, and social media influences. These stresses often interact, amplifying their effects on vulnerable individuals. For example, a student facing high academic expectations may also experience cyberbullying, compounding stress, and increasing the risk of mental health disorders. Recognizing these definitions helps stakeholders, educators, health professionals, and policymakers develop targeted interventions. By framing mental health as a multidimensional concept influenced by social, economic, and environmental factors, we can move beyond simplistic solutions and adopt holistical strategies that addresses root causes while promoting resilience and emotional literacy among youth. Primary causes of rising mental health challenges. The surge in medical mental health issues among youth is driven by multiple interconnected factors. Academic hyper-competitiveness is a major contributor as students face immense pressure to achieve top grades and secure limited career opportunities. The relentless pursuit of success often leads to chronic stress and burnout. The digital landscape adds another level of complexity. Social media platforms foster environments where cyberbullying and fear of missing out are prevalent. Distorting self-image and creating unrealistic expectations are also common. For instance, curated online persons can make young individuals feel inadequate, fueling anxiety and depression. Economic instability and the erosion of traditional family support system further exacerbate these challenges. Many families struggle to provide emotional security due to a financial stress, leaving youth without a reliable safety net. Additionally, global phenomena such as climate change have introduced new psychological burdens, with eco anxiety becoming increasingly common among younger generations. These factors collectively create a high pressure environment where coping mechanisms are often insufficient. Addressing these root causes requires systematic changes that includes educational reforms, digital literacy programs, social policies, etc. Without such intervention, the prevalence of mental health disorders among youth will continue to rise, undermining both individual well-being and societal progress. Mental health challenges among youth have far-reaching consequences for society and economy. Poor mental health correlates strongly with decreased academic performance, which limits career opportunities and reduces overall workforce productivity. The economic drag affects national development as a less productive workforce hampers innovation and growth. Socially untreated mental health issues often lead to harmful coping strategies, as we discussed above as well previously as well, that can also lead to increasing crime rates and straining community resources. Healthcare system also bears a significant burden as resources are diverted from a preventive care to crisis management and long-term psychiatric treatment. For example, rising hospitalization rates for severe depression and suicide attempts place immense pressure on already overstretched mental health services. Beyond financial costs, the societal fabric weakens when youth struggle, leading to a diminished social cohesion and increased stigma around mental illness. These impacts underscore the urgency of implementing comprehensive mental health strategies that prioritize early intervention and community-based support. By investing in mental health programs, societies can reduce healthcare expenditures, improve educational outcomes, and foster a more resilient population. Philosophical perspectives on mental health, actionable solutions, and policy recommendations. Philosophical frameworks offer valuable insights into addressing youth mental health challenges. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what individuals can control, such as their thoughts and reactions rather than external factors like grades or social status. Teaching Stoic principles can help youth develop resilience by distinguishing between controllable and uncontrollable aspects of life. For example, incorporating reflective practices like journaling can foster emotional regulation and reduce anxiety. Existentialism, on the other hand, helps youth anxiety as a crisis of meaning in a rapidly changing world. This perspective suggests that helping young people find purpose and personal significance is essential for mental well-being. Activities that encourage self-exploration, such as purpose-driven projects or mentorship programs, can mitigate feelings of absurdity and despair. National principles such as belief in a higher moral authority and the cultivation of courtesy and empathy further reinforce the moral imperative to support mental health. These values promote dignity, reduce stigma, and create a culture of compassion where youth feel safe seeking help. By integrating philosophical teachings into educational curricula and community programs, societies can complement clinical interventions with strategies that build inner strength and social cohesion. This holistic approach acknowledges that mental health is not solely a medical issue, but a deeply human concern requiring both practical and existential solutions. Addressing youth mental health effectively requires a multi tiered strategy combining policy, education, and practical intervention. At the policy level, government should mandate a minimum ratio of one mental health professional per 500 students in educational institutions to ensure timely access to care. Educational reform should integrate emotional literacy into national curricula, teaching resilience techniques rooted in Stoic philosophy and mindfulness practices. On a practical level, launching a national 24/7 digital peer support can provide anonymous, stigma free resistance, bridging the gap for those hesitant to seek formal help. Additionally, community-based initiatives like mental health awareness campaigns and parent education programs can strengthen social support networks. By adopting this comprehensive approach, societies can create an environment where mental health is prioritized, stigma is reduced, and the cost of inaction manifested in lost productivity will result in increased healthcare expenses and social instability that can eventually underscore the urgency of these interventions. That's it for our side. Thank you so much.